in the stigma around talking about extraterrestrial life, I think as soon as you bring that up, people have this stigma in their mind where they go, oh, he must be crazy, he must be insane, don't listen to him. And I think the beauty of someone like Joe Rogan or Lex Fridman is that they kind of draw the attention to the unknown, such as the extraterrestrial. What are your kind of thoughts on that kind of stigma and why that's there?
Well, I think it's anti-scientific. I'm a scientist, and I am attending to evidence. That's the only way for us to learn something new. And many people have opinions. That's the easy path. You can have opinions on politics, obviously, but many people have opinions on scientific matters. And the question of whether we have a cosmic partner, some other sentient being in our cosmic neighborhood, is a scientific question. It's not a political question. It's not a religious question. In fact, I attended a forum at the Harvard Law School yesterday with some spiritual leaders. They mentioned the fact that some religious people prefer not to believe that there is any extraterrestrial intelligence. And I said, well, I have two daughters, and the love that I give to one of them does not take away from the love that I give to the second one. So if there is God, you shouldn't expect God to have a lack of attention span just to attend to the sentient beings on Earth and not on any other exoplanet. And in fact, there are more Americans that believe in the existence of extraterrestrial intelligence than people that believe in the biblical God. So I told them, if you really want to expand your congregation, you might appeal to those. And so that's with respect to religious beliefs. But, a lot of people prefer not to speak about this subject. I think it's inappropriate because it will change the future of humanity if we find that there is intelligence beyond Earth. We could learn from a neighbor that is smarter than us. We could study new technologies because their science and technology may be, way ahead of what we developed in the last century. And in addition, it will change our perspective about the universe. When you look at the sky at night, it's dark and the universe appears to be lonely. And Steven Weinberg said, that the Nobel laureate said that the more we understand the universe, the more pointless it seems. He said that towards the end of his book, the first 3 minutes. I completely disagree with him. The reason the universe appears pointless is because we study elementary particles and radiation. But if we find intelligence beyond Earth, if we find a partner, it will have the same impact as finding a partner has in our private lives. It gives a meaning to our existence. The universe will not appear lonely. We might design a spacecraft that will aim to visit their home. We might develop our own science and technology with a quantum leap instead of us dedicating centuries to figure out how to unify quantum mechanics and gravity. They already know that, and we would see that in their technologies. By the way, what we know about the universe is just an island in an ocean of ignorance. All those quote-unquote experts or cosmologists who brag about our knowledge about in science, that is completely inappropriate because, we just do the accounting. We know which fraction of the mass budget in the cosmos is made of material that we are made of, the material that is familiar to us, but that's just only 5%. And the rest, 95%, is made of dark matter and dark energy. And so we don't even know what happened before the Big Bang. That's a major discrepancy in our knowledge about the cosmic history, about our cosmic roots. And so, we should give up on this notion of hubris, that things are centered on us. I think the default assumption should be that we were preceded by another civilization on another planet, because now we know that there are probably hundreds of billions of planets the size of the Earth in the Milky Way galaxy alone, and many of them are at the right distance to have liquid water on the surface. And I think it's arrogant to adopt the opposite assumption, which is that we are unique and special, and there is nothing like us. And since they didn't come to visit us and have lunch with us, they don't exist. Enrico Fermi asked, where is everybody? And this is a question that any lonely person asks. And what you tell a lonely person is, you should be proactive. Don't be so presumptuous as if you're so attractive that everyone will come to you. You need, at the very least, to look through the windows of your home, to look for partners, neighbors, or leave your home and go to dating sites. And Enrico Fermi didn't do that. He didn't construct a telescope to address his question. I'm doing that as part of my day job as an astronomer. So for people to dismiss the question, to argue that we don't have any extraordinary evidence, is really inappropriate. It's anti-science, because in order to find evidence, it doesn't fall into our lap. We need to invest a lot of time and effort. To search for dark matter, we invested billions of dollars over the past few decades. We haven't found anything. Now, if we were to invest billions of dollars in the search for technological signatures of other civilizations, and we hadn't found anything after several decades, we would be exactly at the same spot as the mainstream opinion about dark matter, which says there is indirect evidence for dark matter. We know about its existence from the laws of gravity as formulated by Einstein. And I say, well, how do you know that the laws of gravity are correct? Maybe they are violated at low accelerations. Until you find the particle, you don't know that. So for the mainstream to claim there is absolutely no doubt that dark matter exists, let's invest billions of dollars to search for it. While at the same time to say, oh, we are unique and special in terms of our intelligence, even though there are hundreds of billions of planets in the Milky Way galaxy, that's disingenuous. I mean, we should invest as much money, billions of dollars, in the search for technological signatures before we can say anything beyond what we are saying about dark matter.